Yes, we see a correction on AMD stock and it is approaching a very important inflection point. It feels like it is now or never for AMD to do a bullish reaction, otherwise it might reverse this fragile trend, and in this situation it will just look out for its next support levels. So let's start our multiple time frame analysis on AMD stock and search for some clues of what to expect next. My name is Nathan and you are welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. So let's start RTA looking at the 1 hour chart. In the 1 hour chart, the trend is bullish, the bias is bullish. AMD is doing higher highs, higher lows. However, there is a problem. Recently, it did a top level over here at $85 and right now we are dropping again. This gives me the impression that AMD is trying to trigger a head and shoulders chart pattern. However, this pattern over here was not triggered yet. The neckline is at $81 over here. If AMD loses the $81, loses this neckline over here, then it will trigger this bearish reversal chart pattern, and in this situation it will completely reverse the bullish bias seen in the 1 hour chart and seek the next support levels. Now, in addition to this chart pattern over here in the 1 hour chart, which has a neckline at $81, in the daily chart, AMD did a shooting star candlestick pattern yesterday, and this pattern was triggered today, indicating that yes, AMD is supposed to correct from here. It is supposed to seek lower support levels. Now, there is a support level in this area over here. Remember the $81? Well, the $81 is at the same time the neckline in the 1 hour chart and a previous top level on February 23. It seems it is working as a support level today. So AMD is trading at a very important inflection point in the short and mid-term, in the 1 hour and in the daily chart. If we see a bullish reaction above this support level over here, then AMD might avoid this bearish thesis and try to retest its next resistance levels, which is around $87 over here, $87, $89 up here. So if it triggers a bullish pattern in this area, what's the problem? The problem is that we don't see any bullish reaction right now in the 1 hour chart or in the daily chart, not even in the weekly chart we are going to talk about later. Right now it is important to keep our eyes open at this area over here at $81. What's more, in the daily chart, AMD did trigger a bullish pivot point. All right, it did a bottom higher than the previous bottom. It broke the previous resistance level at $81. It hit its next resistance at $87, and right now we are correcting again. This is why it is so important for AMD to react over here in this area, because if it does, then okay, probably it is going to resume the bullish bias. It will keep doing higher highs, higher lows in the daily chart. This is why the $81 is the most critical, important support level to work with in the short and mid-term as well. And of course, in order to take advantage of our exclusive analysis and ideas, subscribe to our newsletters. It is an amazing deal. Check our website, link in the description of this video. Now, back to AMD. In the weekly chart, we see a quite interesting reaction, because in the weekly chart last week we did a hammer candlestick pattern, a quite powerful bullish candlestick pattern, and this week we went up nicely. However, right now we are losing strength. It feels like it is a gravestone doji or even a shooting star candlestick pattern. Either way, it is a sign of weakness. However, just like we did in the daily chart, in the weekly chart we triggered a bullish pivot point as well. We corrected and right now we are bouncing. If we break the previous resistance level at $87, $88 up here, then AMD will just resume the bullish bias and seek higher levels. What's the most important support level to work with in in the weekly chart on AMD? Well, is this blue area over here between $78, $76 down here. This key point did work as a resistance level multiple times in the past, 1, 2, 3 times at least for 3 weeks, and recently it has been working as a support level for AMD. Only if AMD loses this blue area over here, it is going to completely reject any possible bullish thesis on it. If it loses this yellow area, I'm so sorry, this blue area over here, it is going to reverse the bullish sentiment that we see in the 1-hour chart, in the daily chart, in the weekly chart over here as well. Then we are gonna trigger a possible double top chart pattern, right? And in this scenario, in the weekly chart, AMD has a clear target at $60. That's the next target on AMD if it reverses this bull trend over here. Of course, it is not gonna be easy because AMD did trigger this bullish pivot point for the first time since the bear market started on November 2021, more than 1 year ago. That's quite a lot. So yes, AMD has been clearly bearish since then, right? We did only lower highs, lower lows, trading in a very sharp bear trend. But right now, this year, we finally did something new. AMD is finally trying to reverse this sentiment. If we look at the monthly chart, in the monthly chart, this reaction has a very good timing because if we use Fibonacci in this amazing, incredible long-term bullish leg over here from 2015 to 2021, we'll see that AMD found a support level at the 61.8% Fibonacci's retracement. If I made this chart in a regular scale, maybe it is easier for you guys to see, right? So yes, we found a support level at a critical Fibonacci's retracement at the 61.8% retracement. Right now we are bouncing. It feels like we are trying to find a resistance at the 50% right now, which is totally normal. It is expected to see some resistance in this area, but in order for AMD to actually reverse this long-term bear trend, because in the long term speaking, in the monthly chart, it is a bear trend. We see many months of sell-off over here, of intense sell-off, but in order to reverse this incredible bearish sentiment, we gotta break this retracement, we gotta break this pivot point in the weekly chart, we gotta break the $88, and then AMD might just keep the momentum and seek higher levels, maybe even above the $100 in the next few weeks. So let's pay attention at these key points right now, because depending on how AMD reacts, depending on the direction of the next breakout, we might see something incredible over here. The next movement is going to probably be quite intense. So of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this channel. If you're still not my subscriber, come on, subscribe to this channel, click on the like button to support me, to keep in touch with my daily analysis in this channel. Welcome, subscribe to my newsletters. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys next week.